curly bracket going in the opposite direction. So the first one is begin. This is begin. This is end. Okay. Now in Pascal, an old language, they actually write. I don't know if anyone, any of you is familiar with Pascal language. They actually used to write begin, and they used to write end. Okay. Now they made it easier in Java. Instead of writing these words, they only denote them by symbols. Okay, so a curly bracket to open and another curly bracket to close. Right. So we have our class ready. Now, every class has a main method, or let's say every program has a main method. The main method is like a pillar that holds the class. Right. And always we begin our main method by saying public static void main. They have to be written exactly the same way you are seeing them now, including the string out. So all this line is fixed. You have to write it exactly the way it is. I'll explain what void means later. It will come with us, and I'll explain what static means also later when we go further deeper in the topic. At this stage, I want you to understand just the concept of the program before we go into details. Right, and don't forget string comes with a capital S. Now these brackets, you can either have them here or you can have them after the out. Okay, both ways work. Okay, right. Similarly, as we said that we need to open and close a class, we also need to open and close the method. Any method, this is a method. This is a method. Any method you open, any method you create, you have to open it and close it in a similar way. So we open and close. Now, one of your colleagues last time asked me, what do these places mean, or spaces? They don't mean anything. It's a way of organizing your work. It's very important when you write a program, write it clearly. Just like when you type an article or an assignment in word processor, you try to make it look fancy, look good. You have spaces. It's clearly written. Same thing you do with the programming, because don't forget, in real life, you may not be the only one who's seeing your program. Maybe other colleagues of yours looking at your program and working on your program in developing certain tasks. Okay, so it's very important that you have your program clear. And two additional features that will make your programs clear is, as I said to you before, always choose your variables to have meaningful names. That's one thing. Another thing, always comment your program. Comment your program. Now the comment, it's not part of the code. It's not a syntax. The comment is simple English words just to describe what you are doing here, right? So you can write anything you want, anything to remind you of the code. And this is important. I told you, I think I told you before in the class, that you sometimes, even yourself, I mean, it happens with me. If I write a code and then if I don't comment on the code, later on, a year or 2 years later, if I want to go back to the code and see what I did, for example, I want to refer to some methods, or I want to get some methods, if I don't comment, I would forget what I did. And I will ask myself, oh, why did I do this? Why did I use this? You forget, right? So always, it's a good idea to comment. Similarly, again, in the real world, if you're working in a company or a programming company, and for example, you have someone else will take over your work, if you don't comment your program, now it's going to be a nightmare for the next person to come and understand your program. So it's a good way to comment. Now, comments always begin with double forward slashes. Double forward slashes. Once you put these in Java, anything you write after will not be counted. Exactly, Mohsen. Yes, Java will ignore. If you don't put these, now, if you don't put these, okay, and you write display a greeting in the console window, then you will have an error because Java will not understand what does display a greeting in a console window mean. It's not part of the syntax, right? So you have to put the forward slashes, double forward slashes, to tell Java that, hang on, we have a comment coming now, ignore it. Okay? Exactly, I said, yes, definitely. Thank you, Majid. Excellent, excellent. Majid saying, what about a star and a forward slash? Excellent. Now, in case, for example, sometimes you would like to write, just let me open a new page so it doesn't get messy. For example, sometimes you want to write four lines of comments, okay? You put double slash and you write a line. Then you put double slash, then you write a line. Then double slash, then you write a line. Then double slash, then you write a line. Then you put your code here. Now this may become too much, right? Every time you're writing double slash. Now, according to Majid, is saying, okay, we can use a star and a forward slash. Yes, you can. If you want to comment a whole paragraph, then instead of having all these, right, what you can do, you can have the star, forward slash, then comment as much as you want, right? Then at the end, put another star and a forward slash. This means it will comment the whole area. Okay, is this understood? Okay, good. Right. So back to the program. So we understand now our comment. Now the only line that we will print for the time being, so you understand, is right in Java to produce a text output. To produce a text output, you write system with capital S. You have to write it exactly the same way. System.out.print line, LN means line, okay? Then open a bracket, put quotation mark to say that this is the text, and then write whatever you want, close the quotation mark, close the bracket. Okay? Now, this is called statement. In Java, this is called statement. This is called a statement. Any statement in Java, you need to end it with a semicolon. Okay, so on your keyboard, you need to end it with a semicolon to say that this statement has ended. Okay, if you don't do this, you get error. Now, when you run your program, you will get exactly what you write inside the double quotation. Here, the program wrote hello world and exclamation mark. Now, the output, this is an output. The output came exactly as is written. Okay? Is it understood? I will show you the demonstration in a minute. I'll show you the demonstration. But this is clear so far as explanation. Do you understand my explanation? Okay, excellent. I've got so many emails now. I just want to make sure that. Okay, nothing important. Okay, nothing important. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just had so many emails, so I just want to make sure that there's nothing important. Okay, right. So let's move on to the slides. Just have again, I'm not going to explain every single slide. It's your job to do so. I'm just going to go quickly. It's your responsibility to understand all these. I think the next few slides are explaining the code, which I already explained for you anyway. Okay, see? They're explaining the code. I think I already explained it, so I'm not going to go into them. See? There we go. Showing you the syntax. And again, I said all the codes in Java, they're called syntax. Okay, something like this, syntax. Right? Okay, I didn't explain this. Now, the text in Java, the text is called string. Okay? The numbers are called integer. Okay? Just make sure you know this for now, because you will come to deal with them a lot. Okay? So make sure you know that any text in Java is called string. Okay? Keep this in mind, because we will deal with this a lot. Sure, check questions, that's fine. Okay, that's all fine. This is important. This is important. Right. Okay, this is important, and it could be exam question. Very important thing. Now, in Java, we have two types of errors. Okay, we have two types of errors. One is called compiling error. Okay, in other words, it's called syntax error. This syntax error. And we have another error called running or runtime error. So compiling and runtime error. Okay, the running time error is called also logical error. Okay, so we have compile time error and logic time error. Let's see what they mean. Okay, actually, okay, if they haven't give me an example, I'll give an example now. I don't think, okay. Let me give an example. I'll give an example now. Okay, right. I'll just go back to the slide. Okay. Now I'll open a new page. So we have compile time error. Compile time error, also called syntax error. Syntax error. Now this error happens when you make a mistake in programming. For example, if we go back to the program, or without going to the program, for example, actually there's a program here, we can demonstrate. This program here. Okay. For example, if you forget this semicolon, it's called a syntax error. Okay. If you write this class with a capital C, right, you get an error. It's called syntax or compile time error. If you make any other mistake like this, if you write this S small instead of capital, it's also called a syntax. If you forget this, it's also called compile or syntax time error. Okay, any error that you missed with the coding itself, right? Obviously, you get an error. It's called compile or syntax time error. Is this understood? Is this type of error is understood? Excellent, mashallah, excellent, good. I repeat again. Any error, any mistake you make when you are programming, right? You definitely get an error. Your program will not run. Now this type of error, we call it a compile time error or a syntax error. And as I gave example, if you mess with the syntax, for example, you write this name with a capital M instead of small m, right? This is called a syntax error or a compile time error. So any mistake you make with the coding, this is called compile time or syntax error. On the other hand, we have something called runtime error, also called logical error. Now, with this type, again, first type, your program will not work, will not run. With the first error, compile time or syntax error, your program will not work at all. It will not run. Okay, you will get a list of errors. Now, with the second type of error, your program will work, but the results may not be accurate. For example, it's called logical, شغلة منطقية. For example, if you are working with mathematical operations and you divide by 0, okay? You all know, I think you all studied maths or you're studying maths, you know that dividing by 0 causes problems. Right? So it's a logical problems. Now, it's nothing to do with Java. Java will still do the operation. Now, but the results will not work well. Right? Because you cannot divide by 0. It's a mathematically logical error. Is this understood? Yes, you can't divide by 0. Right? Also, if for example, now, right, if you have, for example, okay, if you have, I don't know, if you want, just a simple example, if you want to add 20 plus 10, okay, for example, and I accidentally, you type in Java 19 plus 10, accidentally, like let's say you're typing fast, and accidentally, instead of typing 20, you type 19. Now, will Java run the program? Yes, of course. The Java will run the program because there's no syntax error. But your result, instead of having 13, your result will be 29. So you have a logical error. You made a mistake. Right? Your program will work, but the result is wrong. Do you understand the difference? Okay, good. Now, that's good that you all understand now a bit of concept. Let's start coding. Now, have you all downloaded a Java compiler? I hope you have. Okay, I hope you have. If you haven't, it's your responsibility to download any Java compiler because, again, you will work with Java and all your assignments will be programming assignments, right? And you will use a Java compiler to compile your programs and submit them. So make sure you download and start practicing. Anyway, so let me give you a bit of demonstration. Now I'm just going to share my desktop with you. Okay, can you all see my desktop? Excellent. Now let me just find. Let me find my BlueJ. Okay, here we go. Can you see the icon I'm highlighting? Can you see the icon? This is the BlueJ. Okay. Now, if I double click on that, right? Okay, this is another program. That's fine. See, this is BlueJ. Now, if I double click on that, now ignore this. I'm going to start from 0. So what I will do, I will open a new project. Right? What do you mean there is nothing? Can you see? Can you see it? You see the black world. Okay, let's just start again. I think that's a problem. Okay, let me try again. Can you see back again now? Okay, what's happening here? Let's try this again. Can you see now? Yeah? Yes? Can you see? Excellent. Okay, that's good. So I double clicked on my BlueJ icon, to get this, right? Now, if I go into project, this is an old project, so ignore it. So if I want to open a new task, a new project, so I click on project and create a new project. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. By the way, this lecture is recorded, so you can refer back to it. Now I already created a folder called Java Examples. Now you can create any folder you want to put your work in it, right? So I will make it create. So it's already created. So I'll just create a project. I will name it. See, you can name it. I will name it week 2. I will name it week 2. Can you see? Right. I'm going to create it. Now I have a project. Can you see here? Can you see? I have a project called week 2. Can you see it? Excellent. Now I have a project, but I need to open a class. Right, so the project is the big package. Now you can create more than one class, but at the moment we only work with one class to make it easy for ourselves. Now I want to open a new class. I just go to this link here, or this button, and I click on it, and I can name whatever class I want. So I will call it, what shall I call it? I will call it example 1. Okay, I will call it example 1. Okay, and you see this is my new class. Now it's all like shaded with diagonal black lines. That's because there's nothing in it. Okay, so now I double click on this. Can you see the window it opens? Okay, excellent. Now this is like a template. What I do normally, I highlight it all, Control A, and I delete it. I don't know. It's a template. I don't want it. I can create my own. Now, let's start the program. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create the class. So I put public. Can you see public class? And I called it example 1. Example. Can you see what I'm doing here? Example is a variable name, but I begin with a capital letter because it's a practice. I told you, between the Java community, it's a common practice to begin a class name with a capital letter. So I'm calling it example, and I'll put 1, example 1. Okay. See, I cannot leave spaces. If I leave a space between them, I will have an error. I will have a problem. Okay. So I need to close it. Right. Now I click enter. What shall I do next? What shall I do next? Exactly. Thank you. Open and close. Now start. Now again, as a common practice, try whenever you start a class, close it straight away, so you don't forget. Trust me. Sometimes if you write a long big code, if you miss one bracket, it might become a nightmare to find the problem, right? So you will have an error. It will become very difficult. So try to learn that whenever you open a bracket, close it straight away and work inside. By the way, the beauty with BlueJ, and I think most of the Java compilers, especially the new ones, that it organizes the work automatically. So when I open and close the bracket, if I click enter, see where the cursor is? The cursor comes in the middle, right? And the method will be highlighted in different color. So just like it's an organization, really. It's like it makes the program more clear, which is important for the people to read. Okay, good. Now I opened, I closed my class. What do I do next? The main method, exactly. So we'll start with the main method. So I say public static void name. See, I accidentally typed mail. Now if I compile this, I will have what type of error? What type of error will I have? Syntax error or compile time error. Exactly. So I have to write it exactly. Public static void name string capital S string, and I can have my square bracket args right? Now what do I do? What do I do? Again, this is the method. No. Now we do not put semicolon after the method name. Anas, we do not put a semicolon. I cannot put a semicolon here. I will have an error. And again, the semicolon, you only put them after the statements, right? Okay. So now I open again, same idea. I open and close my method so I don't forget, and I work inside. Okay, I work inside. So now let's write our statement. So let's say system dot out dot print line ln, and I can have whatever. I'm gonna write string, so I'm gonna have to put my double quotation. See, whatever I do, I close it straight away. See, I open this bracket, I close it straight away. I open double quotation, I close it. Oops, I close it. See, so if my work is organized and I don't forget anything, right? And now I can type whatever. Welcome to CS140, right? Now what do I do? Now I put my semicolon, right? Now I hope our program is completed. So what shall I do now? I go on the, can you see the first button here, compile? Now I click on the compile to make sure that I have no error. See, now it says class compiled, no syntax error. Can you read this at the bottom? It says no syntax error. So the good thing is, just like where the processor has like a spelling checker, similarly with this new Java compilers, they also have a checker. They check your program. So here they're telling me that I have no syntax error. So I'm good. So I can close this now. I close it. Now I go to the file itself, example one, like the class itself. Right click. Now ignore all the options. Just go to the second one. It says void main. It's the main method. Right? Click on it. Ignore everything. Just click OK. Here we go. This is my output. Can you see it? Can you see my output? Excellent. Now let's experiment more. So I close this. I'll open my class again. Right. Let's make an error. Okay. Let's make an error. Let me forget to put the semicolon at the end. Okay. I deleted that, so I should have an error now. Now let's try to compile. And the good thing also, well, the old compilers wouldn't tell you where the error is. Now most of the new compilers, new versions, generally they tell you where the problem is. Generally, not always, but generally. See, now it's telling me you're missing a semicolon, and it's highlighting the problem area. Can you see the red cursor here? It's highlighting the problem area. So I have to go back, right? I have to go back and put my semicolon. Okay. Now if I compile, it's fine. Now let's make this small. Let's make the variable name small. Let's run it. Show me that they have no syntax error. As I said to you, the variable name you can change it. And see, the main file automatically changed. Do you remember the main file? I wrote it as capital E. Now, because I made the class here small, I changed the name, it automatically changed the actual name of the file. Can you see what I did? And it's fine, you don't have any error because it's a variable. But as a common practice, okay, I'll keep it capital because it's a common practice. Now let's try. I promised you that these brackets you can have them after the args. Like, let's try if this works. Now let's compile. It works. Okay, so you have no problem. You can have this or that. Okay, so let's experiment further with the program. And then what shall I do? Okay, what I will do, I will have welcome to CS140 CS140 in different lines. Okay, so I'll have welcome, welcome. Okay, again I will have system dot out dot print line. Okay, I will have my double quotation and my welcome. I'll put 2. Okay, I have to put my semicolon. Again, I write system dot out dot print line. I will type. CS140, and again I have to put my semicolon. Let's compile and see what do you think will happen before I compile. What do you think will happen? Same. Yeah, I know it will work, but what do you think the output? 3 lines, Mahmoud. Yes, well done. 3 lines, and I will explain why. Okay, let me compile first and see. I have no syntax error, so let's go back to the class. Okay, here we go. By the way, this is the old one. Ignore it. We can delete it. See, it says welcome to CS140. Now, by the way, in BlueJ, if you want to delete, this is the old line we wrote. If you want to delete it, actually, let me delete it so we get rid of it. What do you do? Just at the beginning, you just type system dot out dot print line, and you just like oops. Okay. Oh sorry, no sorry, sorry. Yeah, you go like this, and you have a backslash. This is well, we can learn this exactly. You can have it equal to 000 C. I think it's for here. I think this is the way. Let's see. We see if it works. Now this will clear the old output that you've done. Okay, so I have no syntax error. Let's go back. It deleted the old ones, but it's printed a new one. Welcome to CS. Okay, look at the top. I have a line. Okay, I have an empty space. Why? Because I have a line here. Now the reason, I tell you what, let me delete these lines. This is what happens. Can you see this line I'm deleting? Okay, so I'm only typing system.out.print without the line. Will this work? It will work, yes. Meaning, if you the purpose of having the LN, the line, it means that shift the cursor to the next line. Okay, so move it from one line to another line, right? So I will compile. I have no syntax error. Let's see what happens. Oops, out again. Let's see what happens. See, it made it all in one line, but not something. I have no spaces in between. So what do I do to have space? What do I do to have space? Yeah, where do I add spaces? Okay, what you can do, simple. This is a very simple solution. Okay, exactly. Before, just go like that. Okay, welcome space. Then after to have another space. That's it. Right? Let's see what happens. Here we go. Welcome to CS140. Now the top, this empty space at the top is bothering me. So I just need to go here, and instead of having a line here, I don't want to have a line, so it doesn't bother me. Right? So here we go. We shift it to the top. Okay? Is this clear? Is this clear? Now, excellent. Excellent. Good. Now, what I would like you to do, guys, see, this is now you learned how to create a simple program. Type a word. I would like you to try it all and experiment with it. Okay? When Java has a crashing, Java doesn't normally crash. The good thing with Java, it doesn't normally crash. Okay, that is a big problem. But normally it doesn't crash. Right? So what I would like you to do, practice at home yourself using your laptops. And I would like you to go to the discussion board on the Blackboard. I'm going to create a forum now on the Blackboard called discussion board. And I would like, before the end of the week, to see your contributions. I would like to see you made your program. If it's just a simple one, try to experiment, share experience. Say to the guys, oh, I found this and that, right? Share your experience. So there's no mark on this. This is not an assignment, but it's a practice for you. Because again, I want you by the end of the semester to know how to program, right? So it's practicing, yeah. So what I would I'm gonna go after this session. I'm gonna go to Blackboard, create a forum on the discussion. Do you know how to access the discussion board? Do you know how to access the discussion board on Blackboard? Yeah, you should do. You should do. Yes, well done. If anyone doesn't know, consult your friend. Yes, you should do. Because you need to know. I'm afraid that some students may still not familiar very much with Blackboard. Now, you need to make yourself familiar. Make sure if you have problems with Blackboard, make sure you go on Blackboard, practice with the Blackboard, because Blackboard is the tool that you communicate with your instructor. Okay, and it's where you can see your assignment, where you submit your assignments, where you see your slides, where you read and explore more, right? So it's very important that you are familiar with the Blackboard. Now I'm going to create a forum on the Blackboard discussion board, and I would like you before the end of the week to create simple programs and publish them, show them to your friends. And I will have a look as well. I'll probably, if you have a question, you can discuss with me if you've done a program and you're not sure, or you would like help in any aspect, and share with your friend. And I would like to see your comments, so I can also help you if you have a problem. Has anyone got any question? Has anyone got any question? Now I'm going to stop. Don't need to see this. Okay, that's it. Has anyone got any question? Yeah, Anas, you have the mic.
Okay, how are you, teacher?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Whatever it is, the code you wanted to practice on, like system out print line.
Yes, I mean any code. I want you to create any code to practice.
Oh, okay,
anything.
okay.
And probably write your name, write sentences. I want you to try to have. I want you to open your compiler and practice with your compiler. That's what I want you to do. Anything simple.
And when we publish it as a share screen, as a picture, or as a Java program?
As a Java program, well, no, obviously, no, don't submit the actual program. You can just like put screenshots of your program in a Word file, let's say, or copy the code that you've done, and copy the output and publish them on the discussion board. There's no need at this stage. There's no need to upload your program, the actual file. However, for the assignments, I will ask you to publish when you start doing assignments. I will ask you to publish both your code, actual code, plus screenshots.
Okay, thanks.
Practice an exercise. You can just copy the code that you've done, copy the output, or screenshot, and publish on the discussion board.
Okay. One last question out of the subject, if you don't mind. How many languages of programming we will learn in IT in the university?
Java is the main program that you will learn. But also when you come to take web technologies and mobile development, you will learn more languages. But like I think in less detail than Java. So I think you'll have web technology level 6, I think. web technologies. Then I think you will program with HTML, maybe PHP, and also when you take mobile application development, you will learn the iOS and the Android programming as well. That's level 7, I think. So you will get some programming here and there, but the main program that you will take in detail is the Java.
Java. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, you have Abdul Majid. Yes, go on, Abdul Majid. Abdul Majid?
Yes, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Is there any good website that makes you practice Java, or do you recommend any?
As I said before, lucky for us that Java is popular, very popular. So if you go into Google and type anything you want to learn in Java, you will get so many. Let's say, for example, you want as an example, if you go to Google and type in write a simple statement in Java, example, right? So you get so many examples created by people. Okay, you have so many examples done by people, and you can just have a look, learn, and stuff. So the good thing with Java is it's widely popular. So you can go and search and learn and just type in the correct keywords in Google, and you get so many. Okay, I don't have any recommendation. They are all good. They should be all good. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
No problem. Mahmoud, why we don't use print stream class instead of system class, because out of print stream. Okay, this is a little bit more advanced than what we're talking about now. Print stream is a little bit more advanced, so and it's an object as well. We haven't talked about objects yet. Okay, so again, I said to you, bear with me. We'll take it from zero. Okay, from the ground level. So we'll take it from ground level, and then we move up. So I want you now to learn just the basics, and as we go along the semester, we will increase the level of difficulty. Okay, just like a game. When you play PlayStation, right? We start the game with a very simple. It will be very simple and easy to kill the enemies, and then as you progress in the game, the enemies will become really hard to kill, right? Okay, I'm not trying to kill you, by the way. Hopefully you survive the course. But this is the idea. I'm saying, like always, it goes more difficult. So bear with us. So we'll start with the easy stuff, and then we go into more difficult stuff. Okay. Is anyone going to have a question? I think there's Asiel is writing something. A few people writing something. So this bill, I haven't taken the register yet, so let me take the register first, and then you can leave. Where we can get the activation code. Again, activation code, the university does not provide it, so I think you can find it in some libraries, like Al-Iskari and I think. Okay, so I think they will sell them. But the university doesn't provide them, so you need to search that. Maybe Jarir, go and ask them for Wiley Plus activation code. Okay, or search the net. So I think I've heard that Shigeri bookshop, they sell the Wiley Plus code. So join public static void means string args problem Yes, problem because you have the string in a small letter, right? Always, as I said, Java is a case sensitive, right? Java is a case sensitive, so you've got the string in a small letter, should be capital, okay? This can be get the register. It is important to leave it. What do you mean it's important to leave it? Yes, you've got to have it, yes. Sorry, I don't know why I leave, sorry, because I thought people were trying to leave. Yeah, it's important to have it, of course. Yeah, anything, any Java code, any Java syntax, it has to be exactly the way it is, small or capital. No, Sultan, only the S in the string. Where you have string args, the S in the string is supposed to be capital. Okay, just like copy the code that you have in the slides. It'll have it. Just sorry, guys, let me download the register. The good thing with the Blackboard that I can actually automatically download the people who are participating. But I think I forgot to do this. Just a second. No, okay, I got it. Excellent. So I'll say to virtual, right? And save. Okay, I got everyone, I hope. Right. Okay, so this is the end of the session. I have another session now, and I'm sure you do as well. Package system does not exist. Right, Sultan, email me because the session has ended. So I have another session now. So right, email me your problem, screenshot of your problem, and I will solve it for you. Okay, so send it to me by email. And I will help you with that. So right, guys. So I will see you inshallah next week. But don't forget to do the practice exercise that I'm gonna hopefully today, not now. I've got another session. So if I get a chance with my other session, or maybe I'll be a little bit late. Okay, I'll open a discussion board for you, so you can publish your participation. Okay. So inshallah I'll see you on Sunday.
تم إيقاف التسجيل.